The bloodline theory of Master Bodhidharma. 3 stages blend together, returning to 1 star. The Buddha before and after uses heart to transmit heart. Not beneficial to words. Desiring to reach the realm of form or the formless realm can all be summarized into differences caused by the same star. Buddhas of the past, present, and future. All are newly transmitted traditions, without establishing any words. If it does not benefit words, what is new? If we do not establish text, then what is used as the heart? The answer is like asking how the infinite is milk. I punch milk, which is no heart, or as if there is no heart to reconcile the answer with milk. Answering, when you ask me questions, it is your heart that is at work. When I answer your questions, it is my heart that is at work. If I have no mind, how can I answer your question? If you have no mind, how could you ask me questions? Ask me, the extreme milk mind has been without reality since the great victory, up to losing and being moved. Everything, at all times, in all places is like the original heart, is like the original Buddha. The mind is the Buddha and similarly so. Except for this mind. There is no other Buddha to be found outside of this mind. Secret enlightenment and nirvana do not exist there. Self-confidence is real. Non-cause and non-effect dharma. This is the intention of the heart, the mind is nirvana. If you say that there is a Buddha and Bodhi outside the mind, is there such a place? The one asking me questions is your heart. Since the vast 950, until now, all your behaviors and activities, regardless of when, no matter where, it is your heart that is at work. It is also your own Buddha nature. The so-called auspicious mind and Buddha are just this principle. Apart from this original mind, there is no other Buddha nature to be found. Leaving one's original mind, Buddha nature seeks external Bodhi and nirvana. Liberation is of no use whatsoever. Self-confidence is real, neither cause nor effect. The Dharma is the intention of the heart, which is self-conduct and is nirvana. If one claims that there is a Buddha outside the mind and that enlightenment can be attained, there is no such place as one's original mind. Buddha nature is a true existence. It is neither a cause nor an effect. All phenomena are new actions. One's own heart originally claims to be in a state of nirvana and tranquility. If you say outside our original mind, there is still the Buddha or liberation existing, that is not possible. Where does Buddha and enlightenment connect? For example, someone tries to hold the void with their hand. But with a name yet no appearance, one cannot take or leave it, it is empty. Except for this star. To see Buddha is not possible. Where are the Buddhas and liberation? It's like someone trying to seize the void, can it be grasped? Void is just a term. It is shapeless emptiness that cannot be grasped. Cannot be discarded either. The void cannot be grasped or discarded, other than your original mind. Wanting to see Buddha nature is forever impossible. Buddha is the rational cause of one's own constellation. This mind outside is the secret Buddha. The past Buddha and the future Buddha indicate that the mind itself is Buddha, and Buddha is the mind. There is no Buddha outside the mind. There is no mind outside the Buddha, becoming Buddha. It is attained through one's own original mind. Why leave one's original mind? Seeking Buddha externally? Buddhas of the past, present, or future only discuss the original mind. New is indeed Buddha. Buddha is the mind, and there is no Buddha outside the mind. There is no mind outside the Buddha. If one claims there is a Buddha outside the mind, where is the Buddha? New assistance from outside. No Buddha and the emerging Buddha sword. The box of earthly delusions cannot touch the original mind. Shot by her ruthlessly, there is no freedom. If one is also unfortunately crazy, it is of no benefit. If one says there is a Buddha outside the mind, so where is Buddha? Since outside there is no Buddha, then why does knowledge of the Buddha arise outside the mind? Continuous erroneous concepts and views cannot penetrate the original mind. Instead, they are controlled by outward illusions. Restrictions cannot lead to liberation. If one does not believe in the truth and deceives oneself, it has no benefits. There are no faults in the Buddha. Beings are confused and unaware that their heart is Buddha. If you know your own heart is Buddha, not due to the secret Buddha outside the heart, all Buddhas themselves are not wrong in any way. It is the beings themselves that are in error and confusion. One does not know that one's original mind is Buddha. If one knows that the original mind is Buddha, one should not seek the Buddha outside the heart. Buddhas do not say Buddhas. Turning the mind against the Buddha does not make one a Buddha. But the Buddha outside is certainly not the true heart. Buddha does not need to be saved. The Buddha, who has already attained enlightenment and liberation, wishes to seek Buddhahood outwardly with his original mind. It is simply not recognizing one's own original mind. True Buddhas seek outwardly for those who seek the Buddha. They are all people who do not understand that their original heart is Buddha nature. Nor should one take the Buddhist principle and think of Buddha. The Buddhist sect chants scriptures, holders of precepts, and Buddha does not transgress precepts. Nor does one create good or evil, nor does Buddha. One does not intentionally reason about Buddha. The Buddha will not intentionally focus the mind on the Buddha, nor would one intentionally chant scriptures or Buddhas. The Buddha will not intentionally hold the precepts, nor will he intentionally break them. There are no worries about holding or breaking precepts. The Buddha also does not intentionally create any good or bad karma. If one encounters the secret Buddha, gradually trusting and believing is already Buddha. If you cannot see, believe in the scriptures and keep the precepts. Holding precepts is also of no benefit. If one wants to find the original mind, true Buddha must gradually have the people's heart. The heart of the people gradually believes, and that is becoming Buddha. If there is no star to gradually believe in, reciting Buddha's name and holding precepts, there is no way to help achieve Buddhahood through reciting the Buddha's name, the causes and effects of reading sutras, or the merits of maintaining precepts to ascend to heaven. Reciting the Buddha's name to attain the good causes and effects of reciting sutras achieves understanding, while maintaining precepts can lead to rebirth in the celestial realm and will not fail to receive merit, but using these to achieve Buddhahood is impossible. If one does not understand, you must participate in good matters. Discussing the root of life and death. If one cannot understand the truth, you must consult wise friends. You can understand the root of escaping the cycle of birth and death. If one does not see the nature and does not understand good matters. If not so, the 12 scriptures sent will not escape the cycle of life and death, suffering through 3 realms. At that time, joy arises with good intentions. The 12 scriptures recited by the monks do not escape the original taste of reincarnation, nor do they see the essence. Since good intentions are like this, the 3 to 5 scriptures and treatises of the Golden and Stone Man's Award. Thinking that the Buddhist teachings are for people too. If it is not self-confidence, the writings of Song Deshin are of no use. If there is no star to gradually believe, then one is not qualified to be called a good deed. There is no star to gradually believe. Even if one can explain the 12 categories of scriptures comprehensively, still cannot escape the cycle of life and death. Suffering in the 3 realms cannot attain liberation. In the past, a compassionate monk was skilled in reciting 12 scriptures. Still, one falls into the cycle of rebirth. It is precisely because there is no gradual trust. Even a kind-hearted monk would do this. People today can explain 3 or 5 scriptures thoroughly. They mistakenly think that is Buddhism. This is for foolish people. If one does not understand one's own original mind, even if one can read and recite all miscellaneous texts, it is of no use at all. If you want to seek the secret Buddha, you only need to gradually trust that the extreme essence is Buddha, and Buddha is free and without tasks. If you do not see the essence, all day long, confused and lost, seeking to hold on to the secret Buddha outwardly, originally unattainable. If you seek to become Buddha, one must gradually believe in the people's heart. Seeing faith is becoming Buddha. Buddha is a person who is free in all matters. Everything is unobstructed, not generating affairs, nor creating karma. If there is no gradual trust, all day long, anxiously seeking liberation outwardly, finding Buddha nature is not possible. Although there is nothing to be gained, if you seek to gather, you must participate in good matters. One must earnestly seek, allowing the mind to understand life and death in this world. Grade cannot pass time in vain. Self-vanity is of no benefit. Although it is known that the truth is that there is nothing to be gained. However, to achieve practical liberation, one must still visit wise friends. Moreover, one must earnestly seek. Let oneself understand and comprehend. This is a major matter of life and death related to the cycle of rebirth. Not wasting time and deceiving oneself is of no benefit. Even if there is true shame, it is like relatives are like the sands of the Ganges. Opening eyes is like the extreme. The rivers eye still draws the demon's sword. Thus, the flavorful Dharma is like dreams and illusions. If you do not seek a master, your life will pass in vain. Even with gourmet food as high as a mountain, close friends and relatives are like the sands of the Ganges. Open your eyes wider to see them. Can you still see with your eyes closed? Therefore, one must understand that there are erroneous laws and the birth and death like dreams, illusions, and bubbles. If you are not in a hurry to find a famous master, it just passed as a sound. So, the Buddha nature is inherent. If one does not lose the end, they will be unclear. Should not make mistakes. In the center of the myriad things, although everyone has already possessed Buddha nature, if there is no famous teacher to guide, ultimately, there are very few people who can attain enlightenment. In the 10,000, the heart is present.